Hey everyone, Mac is back. Today we're going to talk about Daenerys Targaryen's awakening. I want to go over that briefly. I want to go over a few reports and kind of show you what we thought happened, what was going to happen, and what actually happened in battle. So let's get to it. First and foremost, I want to let you know that the anniversary event is on. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure, or at least I hope, that you took advantage of this Daenerys Awakening wheel down here, and you got your 3 free spins, 1 each day for the time that it was active, and that if you did have her unlocked at all, that you picked up some of those free medals or free tokens depending on how far you were able to go. It was a really good event. The hunting festival was on. That comes occasionally as well, where you can get those dragon skills. I want to say cheaply because you still have to pay for, usually you have to pay for all of them. Sometimes you don't, but generally you do. A bank was here as well, and then they had some resource collection type event as well. Make sure you participate in that. They have the official website. Make sure you go there, collect your daily bonus there as well. The Kingdom Celebration is on for those dragon skills. This is where you can get your own original dragon skills if you like. There's a whole plethora of those, and I'll go over that in a new video because there's actually a new one out. And then the Alliance Conquest, and then we continue to do the anniversary event here. And so here is the 4-star ability of Daenerys, and it summons the allied dragons to launch 1 attack with a damage coefficient of 50% against all enemies at the beginning of battle, and reduces the active army skill cooldown by 3 seconds. Each use has an 80% chance to put the target under the disarmed status for 4 seconds, and that disarmed status is normal attacks will miss their targets. So essentially there is going to be a dragon attack at the very beginning of the battle. So this is essentially a damage reduction because you're going to be killing their troops, which is going to cause less damage to your army. So that's very good. This is better with a stronger dragon. So the stronger your dragon is, the more damage this will actually do. And the second portion of there is reduces the active army skill cooldown by 3 seconds. So the normal cooldown is going to be 10 seconds because you've already reduced it by the awakening upgrades, and when you get to 4 stars it'll actually go down to the 7-second mark. At least that's what it says here. And then the last thing is that each use, so every time that this happens, the active army skill goes off, then there's an 80% chance to put the target into disarm. So if it holds true, then you're going to get a Daenerys attack, commander attack, at the every 7 seconds. So you're going to get there's a 40-second battle. So 7 seconds, 14, 21, 28, and 35. So it would actually be 1 extra attack for Daenerys if this would hold true. And I want to show you some reports about this to kind of show you what actually happens in battle as well. So here's the first one that I wanted to show you. And as you can see here, the rallied attack is going to have Daenerys at 4 stars. Also going to have the Night King, which is clearly probably the most deadly commander in the game. And then you're also going to have paired with these 3 other female commanders that makes all of them synergy go off very well. They went with the pure infantry lineup. Now I understand this, the perspective of this, but I still think that Salma would be better synergy than maybe just take out Andrea at 3 stars. I'd rather have Selma at 4 stars than using her ability better than getting the extra stats that you would here. But anyway, regardless of that, let's go look at the battle report. At the very beginning, the one thing you're going to see is this is where Daenerys gets that dragon intimidation off. And you can see it summons a dragon attack that attacks all enemies. So it basically attacks all front lines. So you're going to get the infantry, the cav, the spear, and the bow. They're all going to get attacked. And you can see here 30, 60, 90, 130, 140 some damage, 145,000 troops are killed right here. Like, that's just unfreaking believable. That is a lot of damage right there, and that's where you can see that damage coming in, 145 right there from Daenerys. So it is just, I mean, absolutely stupid good to have that off. And then you can see this attack triggered a crit, dealing the enemy 125% damage. So it's actually dealing more damage from that. Like this is doing this to 4 times crit, and this seems to be the norm when it comes to the dragon skill getting off here at the beginning of the battle. Now this is where I would say the Salma would kick in and be a lot better than you would get from a 3-star commander. So I think that this was probably maybe a mistake by the rally here, the rally leader, that probably should have gotten the putting Selma in here. And that's just my 2 cents on that. But now the second thing I wanted to look at was, so Daenerys is supposed to get her Soul Awakening skill, War Soul Awakening skill off at the 7-second mark. So if we kind of come down here, we look, the 5, 6, 7, and there's nothing going on. So if we open it up, nothing at all happened here. So Latz did her thing, but there weren't any attacks. So that doesn't seem to hold true. We go to the 8-second mark, we can see the dragon attacked and still nothing. We go to the 10-second mark, still nothing. We go to the 11-second mark, which we normally would see a 4-star commander go off. And then what do we see? We see Layla, Latz, Theon, Selma, Latz. So that's where all the triggers are going off. So Latz, and then yeah, so it's working there. And here you go. Here's that last portion of it. So she got her War Soul Awakening skill here. Or I'm sorry, not her War Soul Awakening, her Army skill. I apologize. So she got her Army skill off, which was the Dragon Flame. And this damage triggered triggered the War Soul Awakening. That's the one I was looking for. And 80% chance of missing the targets for 4 seconds. So we're at the 11-second mark. So at the 11-second mark, we can just look over here. We can see that the enemy is still hitting. And there you go. Enemy attacked and they missed. So that right there is basically saving you. What was this? It was infantry attack. So infantry attack. So it's between 5,000. That's cavalry. So yeah, about 5,800 is what that basically saved right there as well. And this will happen just for attacking. Let me see what it said in her thing. It says 80% chance of missing their target for 4 seconds. So the normal attacks of A2, just that single lineup that's attacking Daenerys then too. So the A2 lineup, and you can see here's the A2. So if we keep going down further, you can just keep looking for that A2 lineup, because the A2 is the one for these next 4 seconds. And right there, missed again. So I mean, that's another 10,000. That's 10,000 so far. B2. So they're only going to attack once every second. So if it happens, there's got to be an A2 somewhere, unless it gets eliminated. So it doesn't look like this. Oh, there it is. Right there is again. That's 15,000 that we've had. And then I guess this last one should be right here. So A2. And if we keep right there, nope, that's the. So A2 didn't attack in here at all. So it might have been eliminated, or something might have happened to it, but. So or it just doesn't attack. It didn't have a chance to attack. So, so 15,000 saved in this battle report. That was pretty good. And here's a Daenerys had her own attack here as well. Let's actually trigger the follow-up. Oh, this is 14-second mark too, and that's where Andrea attacked as well. So there's a little bit more randomness, I guess, to this. I've been attacking at the 14 mark. Very interesting. All right, so here we have another attack. Again, same as Chidori. This time we're going against Lois. And if we look at this one, we're going in from an infantry cav into an infantry spear, which is the perfect counter. So that's why you see 10 million damage compared to 152 million damage. But if we look at the battle record of it here, we can see again another 145,000 just from the dragon. And you can see it attacked every single line. Very, very nice. Gotta like that. Again, I still would prefer Selma there. Now if we can scroll down, like again, we're still looking at that 7-second mark and there's nothing there. If we can try to go to the 6-second, maybe there was a bug. Nope, don't see anything there either. And if we go to the 8-second mark, dragon 10, nope, nothing there either. And then it skips to the 10, nothing. And then finally at the 11 is where it goes off again. So it's not happening at the 7-second mark as we had previously thought. So in reference to that, I guess it's the ability isn't, her 4-star isn't as OP as we thought. It's still really good though. I mean, we're still looking at it. She's going to get this off here in that 11-second. Then they have 4 seconds for the A2 lineup again. So we're looking for that A2 lineup in the next 4 seconds. So right here, let's go check the A2. It missed, 80% chance, so highly likely to miss. Then 13, A2 missed again. That's twice. And these, what is this? Infantry attacking infantry. So we're looking at about infantry, about again another 5,000 damage or so that are going off. So now we're looking here. A2. Nope, this A2 actually, oh no, here it is. That's the, I was looking at the ally. So the infantry, another one that missed. And finally at second 15, if A2 gets off again, and it did not. So it's not too, it doesn't look like that A2 is very consistent. So that's another one to look at, another thing to consider as well. So it's only getting it off 3 times because it's, the A2 is not attacking for the 3rd time to even have a chance to miss. Here's another one with really good damage. It looks like 17 million troops that were defending, so very nice. You know you're going to get a full battle when you're facing 17 million troops for the most part. There we go. She attacked again this time. Not as much damage. Only did, let's see here, 2350. Looks like 60-some thousand. And then only 2 crit chances here. It hit 25 and 25%. So a little different on this one. Didn't do as much. That tells me that the dragons probably weren't as powerful. So that wasn't too bad. Now let's go look at this. Oh, we have some damage here at the 7-second mark. Let's check that out. And still wasn't Daenerys. Now would she come off the 6th second? Maybe there's a bug there. Came off early. It was not. How about 8 seconds? Oh, there she did. Okay, so she went off the 8-second mark. So I would assume maybe that they skipped the 1 second mark as counted towards the 7 seconds of battle. So maybe this was part of it. So she did a little bit of damage. Then she triggered this, you know, her War Soul Awakening skill, and then also this active skill triggered the follow-up. So the dragon's about to launch. The enemy actually has Daenerys 4-star too, so even more damage there too. And then then it attacked as well. So if we try to look at this though, something I wanted to see. So 7 seconds after that's going to be 15. So let's check the 15 mark and see if she attacked again. And she did. So that's, there you go. So this is good. I like this. I like that it's being a little more consistent now. So that's 2 that she did. So 15 seconds. So now we're looking at 22 seconds. 22. Good. That's her third. That's her third hit there. So now we're looking at 29. That's 4. Beautiful. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. So 29. Now we're looking at 36. And this would be the very last one. And it did right there. So that's 5. So it did actually get off 5 times there. So I'm not sure why it didn't work the first time. I really don't know. So that's the last one because after 7 seconds the battle's going to end. So that's a very interesting report to look at. And here is another one. Same opponent, but this was one of the first hits. This one actually has Selma in it, so I like this one. And you can see the damage, 244,000 at the beginning of battle. That, I think that is just massive compared to other commanders you can put in there specifically for a female lineup. That's really, really good. Still doing less damage at the beginning like we saw at the other one, so maybe again the dragons weren't as powerful would be my guess. Looking at it, let's go see. Oh, actually, oh no, this was because of Salma. Never mind. See, that's the damage that just gets off there too, because you could just do so much more damage. Because then you got off Annie's War Soul Awakening, so you did an extra 14,000 at the beginning of this battle, just from having Salma in there, doing those, proccing off those female commanders. Then we go to 7 again. We're probably not going to see her get off. We're probably going to see at the 8th second, if anything. If I could click on it, and there we go. That was the enemy's Daenerys. It looks like the ally lost. Wow. Okay. So the ally lost. Didn't think they had Dany. Oh, they do have Dany. So okay. So that's, which is interesting because why didn't the allies Dany proc there? Did she proc at 9 seconds? She did not. It waited till 10. Dragon? No, it did not. Wow. See, it's I don't like that. It should be consistent. There's consistencies. I hope they do an update. Well, they're doing an update tonight. I just hope that it's actually going to fix some of this because it's just not working properly the way that the verbiage says. So I really hope that kind of fixes that a little bit to get it off. I do like this though. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to go over Daenerys. As you can see, her War Soul Awakening skill is very good when it comes to the missing. It's missing almost every time. 80%. You have a really high chance of missing. So that's really good. And I hope they just fix the other stuff. But if there's one commander that you want to get, one of the premium ones that you want to get to 4 stars and be able to get reasonably, it'll take you you know, probably a year or more to be able to do it if you go through the coupons and the discounts. And that's what I've actually been doing, just using those discounts as best I can. You know, the New Year's Eve and the Christmas Eve, and then, you know, the anniversaries and stuff, where they basically give you the 50% discounts, but make sure you at least get the 30%. So till next time, Mac out.